It's amazing how physically exhausting it can be to do absolutely nothing. I hate social media. But God gave me something to say. So I tried out therapy. There are some things I liked, and there are some things that probably just weren't for me. But something that stood out to me was a technique that my therapist used to just help me clear my mind. And it went relax, relate, and release. Now, I'm gonna be real. There were times where it felt like therapy was easy. And then there was other times where I was like, all right, this is what I'm gonna say, and this is what I wanna say. Relax, relate, release. All right, let's see what that's talking about. It's almost like how my conversations with God go. Like, I grew up a hustler. Man, I was trying to make real money since I was 12. So I've always just had this grind mentality. If I don't grind, how else am I supposed to pop out and show? It never occurred to me just how much of a control freak mindset I was giving myself. This mindset where it feels like I'm only gonna get things if I work hard, or I'm only gonna get things if I do it myself. And that's not a completely bad mindset to have, but in the long run, that mindset is either gonna hurt you or it's damn sure gonna hurt the people around you. You gotta relax. Hear me and hear me well. Relaxing does not mean doing nothing. Being still has a purpose behind it. Doing nothing doesn't. As much as God tells us to work, He also tells us to be still. Because when you're still, you're relaxing and allowing Him to take care of all that He's going to do. Being still is crazy. I didn't even like doing that as a kid. And I'm supposed to do it now when I got bills? Bruh. Being still is an action of itself. It's a state of expectancy, a state of calmness, a state of faith and trust. While doing nothing is inaction. It's a laziness, an indifference. It's a fear of even trying. They're two completely different things. You just have to trust in it. Like, God, I trust you. And I know being patient is important, but sometimes I just gotta ask, for how long? It can be complicated, especially when we start feeling like we're running out of time. But what you have to keep in mind is that time was designed by God. He's outside of it. It does not matter how far behind you think you may be. Like that, everything starts coming into fruition. My thing is, I never want to regret not getting what I wanted because I didn't put in the work. You feel me? So I just want to make sure I'm making the right decision by being still. I can relate. I want to tell y'all something that a lot of other people won't. Hell yeah, life is hard. Don't apologize for feeling the weight of it. So after you take the time to relax and then step back and relate, it's time to release. You learn a lot about yourself by slowing down. The hardest part is actually letting go. Anyone else feel like the things that we have to let go of be the hardest to let go? Like, why couldn't it be something easy? Somebody I don't really care about, or an idea that I didn't think was this good. Come on. And after you heard me say that, a lot of you probably already thought about the thing, person, or idea that you need to let go of. That's because we're smarter than we think. It almost made me think, why did I pay that therapist in the first place? But for real, I know we all go through the same stuff, but that doesn't make it hurt any less. I just want to know, when will the pain stop? Just gotta have some faith, man. Because the longer you live in the shadow of that thing, that person, or that idea, the longer it'll take for your light to cast in the true direction of where you're supposed to go. We just gotta give ourselves time to slow down, evaluate, and make the right decisions. That's how you know that you weren't doing nothing, is when you arrive at a decision. There's no point in being still, having faith, and letting God take you somewhere if you don't do anything about where He's brought you. So ask yourself, are you gonna drive yourself forever? Or are you gonna give God a chance to chauffeur you around for a little bit? It's up to you. He's got all the time in the world.